Well, hello, Internet. Look at this. We're a minute early this week. I figured I've started a minute late enough times that I can equal the scales with this event. Let me say howdy to all the friendly faces in the chat. You know who I want to say hi to? Tim Askin. Tim, I think you called the store the other day asking about a lethal tender. And you said, "Hey, it's Tim," and I recognized the voice, but I didn't take a moment to acknowledge who it was because I didn't realize it until after the phone call. If it wasn't you, well, oh well, but I think it was, and I hope you are getting a lethal tender that you're happy with. What's happening, Nick? Good to see you as well. We are doing AMA today. Let me boink over here. Let me boink this off. Let me mention the social media link at TrickSupply. You've made it here today, either on YouTube or Facebook, but it's worth knowing we also do Instagram. We do TikTok. And hey, we're rocking a TikTok shop these days. It's under construction, but you can shop there. If you're a TikToker, go check us out at TrickSupply on TikTok. You can spend a few dollars there if you'd like to. We're not here to dwell on that today. We're here to dwell on the events at TrickSupply. You know what I'm going to do today is kind of make up an event that I wanted to do last week, which is do a little bit of a tour of the shop. So I took a couple minutes and put together a little video of the tour of TrickSupply. We'll look at that in just a minute. Did I say hi to Gary Powers? What's up, Gary? Yeah, that would be me. The voice from beyond. What's up, Alt? Good to see you. And yeah, no doubt, if you want a good lethal tender, you want any good coins, you can get any of the coin stuff that you can find. Let's see if I can find some right here. I'll go shop now on our website. There should be an entire section devoted to Roy Cooper's magic. Let me scroll over here down the left with all the categories. Man, we have so many things. Look at all the magic that you have to choose from. Roy Cooper's fine coins. Coin bite, coin bomb, coin shells, loony bin, balancing coins. I'm sure copper, silver, brass is in here. Lethal tenders in there. Roy makes amazing copper, silver coin. You know about this stuff because Roy was here not too long ago talking about his wares. So I'm sure you're all familiar about Roy's magic. Oh, it wasn't you? Oh, well, hey, anyway, Tim, and your voice doppelganger exists on the internet. All right, so here we are today in TrickSupply. I'm going to give you a tour of the shop. I did upload a video, and my plan here is to play this video as we take a little look through the store and show you guys the current state of affairs as to how the store is. If you've never visited Las Vegas, well, when you come here, we're on E.Sunset Road, 2510. You'll find us right next to Mail Zone. It is a sister business to TrickSupply. So when you order things from TrickSupply, we have the mail center next door to get it shipped out. And that's what happens here. So when you enter the Park 2000 complex, you're going to look for the Mail Zone sign and then look for the magic signs, top hats. The big magic sign's a good indication you found the spot. And bang, here we are in TrickSupply. Take a look through the joint. A little bit of everything, and as I tell people to visit here, this is the tip of the iceberg. We have literally tens of thousands of items in the warehouse, and I do my best to display what I can in the showcases here. But, get in that website and dig around. Hold on, let me back up here just a little bit while I'm poking around this old counter here. I did have a question. We're doing Ask Me Anything today, so I'm going to be looking for some questions for y'all in just a minute. But I did ask for some questions from some friendly faces on the internet and Discord. And Randy Vader wanted to know, what's the oldest prop on display for sale at the shop? And I would surmise that it's in that counter. It's in the display case all the way to the left by the Minimalism. And truthfully, the man to answer that question is Wolfgang Wallet, the proprietor of the business, who is not here to answer that question right now. So gaze up on the wonders in that glass counter. And yeah, it's one of those, Randy. Unfortunately, historical magic is not the pinnacle of my magic knowledge. So let's move on, shall we? You'll see a lot of cool stuff on display at the top of the shelves. A lot of the older items are up there. And then we'll start here at the beginning. The shop has a cool layout, and this kind of vibe was put together to accommodate a beginner. As you walk in the door, you'll find a selection of easy magic. There's Tenyo stuff, magic coloring books, the plastic stuff, the cups and balls, all of that's there. So if you're a beginner, you walk in and you get that treatment. Also, know this, another question while I'm hearing the questions. Jeff wanted to know, do kids visit the shop? Because this is a professional store, right? We have things for all the pros, right? You're looking at some of them in that counter. That's the accessories counter, flash paper, slush powder, balls, paper tears, mouth coils. Yeah, Jeff, actually, I see a lot of families in here. We have, I've been very happy to see the ratio of novices and new magicians, and I really feel like I'm doing my part here, making some new magicians in the Trick Supply universe. So if you have a beginner you're interested in pushing into magic, send them my way. I'll hook them up. This is the display counter for the accessories, including all the Vectra thread. We do produce the Pearson line. We are the distributor for this product line now. All the threads are available. His wax system's here. If you haven't experimented with Vectra thread, that Vectra package has an amazing tutorial on the subject. You get some wax and Steve Pearson's tutorial. Let me blink off this. I don't know. I feel like people need to know this. Yesterday, Wolfgang put 72 of these on my desk, and I feel like someone needs to know that we have the Dave Cressy 46-foot jumbo mouth coils back in stock. I know I've had a few local pros visit the store looking for this kind of thing, and I know some of the magic emporiums have had trouble keeping these in stock. I got a gazillion of them. Whether it be in store or online, visit us and we have your mouth coils. We also have a dozen other varieties, but these rainbow Cressy ones, chef's kiss. It's the good stuff. Let me pay attention to some chat as I'm going through some of these things. We'll address the chat. Here's a question. Kids in Vegas, what? You know, it's amazing how many family-friendly things there are to do in this town these days. I'm thinking later this fall, I'm going to drag my whole kit and caboodle out to Circus, get all the kids and the grandkids in town, get a couple rooms, and go get crazy in Circus for a while. Yeah, there's family stuff to do. Let me say hi to the latecomers. We waited for you, but I didn't think you'd show up, so I got started. What's up, Frank and Charles? Howdy doody. Boy, it is full too. It is full. Adrian, what's up, man? How you doing? Adonis, I have a question from you. We'll be answering in a minute, and good to see you always. And good morning. Yeah, if you're on the Pacific Coast, it's good morning still. Or if you're a magician in Las Vegas, it's good morning until 2 p.m. I'm learning no one wakes up here until 1 or 2 o'clock. That was the card section. By gum, we got every card deck in the world, and right next to that is the coin stuff. We did focus on coin magic recently. I don't think we need to dwell on that so far. My favorite part of the shop, the books. Y'all know that. If you know, you know. I don't know if I mentioned this last week. I feel like I put it on Facebook. Again, I feel everyone needs to know that the Nick Trost book has been reprinted. This book is full of amazing, easy card magic. There's some just killer stuff in here. Nick's Topsy-Turvy Triumph, his version of the 10-card poker deal. The Cy Stebbins Lice Speller. If you do Cy Stebbins work and you're not familiar with Nick Trost's Lice Speller, that effect alone is reason enough to consider this book in your library. I could lie to you if I wanted to, but I could grab a worser book to do that about. I'm telling you, this is a great book. If you want good card magic that won't tax your digits, you don't want to be doing the finger flinging, get that Nick Trost book. What's up, Fast Eddie? Coolest cat in my universe. For real, man. Great, actually. Working hard, playing hard, getting to some magic shows. Oh, it's the magic mecca. All right, let's continue. Where were we? Looking at the books. We're almost done. Then we'll do some more questions. You turn from the books, the bargain bin. This is where most of the locals and really all visitors go dig through that pile of gold. You have a display of sale items next to that. And, behind this display, I don't want to negate the cherished wallet selection, the antique books. We have a copy of Ricky Jay and his 52 assistants here, the Gate and Bloom volumes. We got some wonderful books up there. The Al Baker book is here. Salutations, and let's do it the busker way. You don't have to ask for forgiveness. We're good. No, or do you? It doesn't matter. All right, we're getting to the questions soon. Let me finish this little tour through the space. If you're into playing cards, where'd we go? If you're into playing cards, we have a lot of those in the racks. So all the Theory 11, King's Wild, Jerry's Nuggets, Cherries. What do you want? We got them here for you. Some of the new stuff in this counter. Tongue-tied. Some of the fancy modern stuff, the switchboards, the Infinity Watch, and all the gaff cards you could need are here. There's all the double facers, blank facers, red, blue, Svengali stripper, etc. Then we'll wrap it up here looking at some of the curio items, the brass items, some escape stuff. We've got color-changing knives and sponge products. The end of the store has some parlor magic combined with ESP items. So if you're looking to pack small and play big, this is generally the counter we end up at. And not that size matters, but yeah, that is one big hot rod. We have fun with the hot rod in the shop. Oh, we got some decks. That's for true. Creepypasta made it. What's happening? Good to see you. Take one last look here at the fine wares on the shelves, and there you go, folks. The thing that didn't happen last week happened today, and here's where I'm sitting now. Let's go back over there to the corner of streaming, and let's get back to the questions. If you have any questions about anything you just saw or in general, now's the time to shoot them in. We are doing AMA today, and for about the next 15 minutes, I'll be answering your questions unless we run out of them. And then I'm just going to go get busy. We have a lot going on in the TrickSupply universe, and can't wait to share what's happening with y'all in the near future. All right, so here's a question about card magic. What? Look what the delivery person did. I'll get to this in a minute. Let me evaluate that and answer this question. I got to put the mental evaluation on. When doing card magic, which move that you use would you say is the most difficult to learn or the most difficult for you to perform? So the most difficult probably, and I'm going to echo the sentiments of the people I've suggested that they learn the move, is the pinky count, which is counting cards off the tip of your finger one at a time. I like to advocate it whenever I can because it will make your card magic. Yeah, okay, Nick, maybe it is the clip shift. It's still my kryptonite, and I still practice it. I'm about 15 years into the clip shift and still can't do it good enough. But in general, I think people struggle with this move, the pinky count, when you count them off the tip of your pinky. But if you can learn to do this, it cleans up so much card magic because we're not pulling upwards, which is a visible action to our audience. Anytime you fidget with the deck and pull up, your audience will see it. If you're setting up your double lifts this way, you're doing bad card magic. If you can misdirect with this hand while this hand goes 1-2, you're doing gooder card magic. So pinky count is the overall vote here. Any pass, I would say in general, any pass at all. Nick mentioned the clip shift. That's a beast. But I've been practicing the classic pass for the better part of 50 years, and maybe not that long, 48 years. And it's still a move that I find is not perfected and probably deserves work forever. So we're going to say the pinky count and the pass. Thank you for the question. Look, as I was answering questions, I got distracted. Look what just hit my desk. This, speaking of books that are available or hard to find, this one is hermetically sealed in plastic. From what I can tell, there's a box over there of these that is hermetically sealed in plastic. As I talk about this book, I must thank, if you're out there listening, Chris Sharp. Thank you for accommodating the acquisition of a box of Tricks of My Trade, The Magic of Doug Conn. This is the volume that was penned by Paul Cummins. Paul left us too early, 3 years ago, a few years back. And when he left us, he did leave a few of these books behind, and they were hard to find. Well, we found a box of them, and I think we have about a dozen of them in the shop. Wolfgang has handed me this. If that has happened, maybe they're on the site now. If they're not, I'll be putting them on right after this stream is over. This is an out of print volume, so it'll probably sell in the neighborhood of $100. Maybe I've said too much already, but wow, how happy am I to have a quantity of Tricks of My Trade, The Magic of Doug Conn, and that's right, sealed copies. I'll sign them for you if you want. If you get a chance to order one through the website and ask for either personalized or a signature, we'll get it in there for you. Jim, you're going to hate me when I tell you that I forgot the name of your trick and lost the name of the paper that I wrote it on. So we're going to ask for 7 more days to accomplish this task. Human error. I wrote the thing down, and by the time I was putting in stock requests, I lost the piece of paper and could not remember the dang name of the trick that you had asked about. Apologies, and ask again soon, or come by and see me and scold me for being a less than 100% magic dealer. All right, you got the book. Cool. Scott, you want one? I'll hold this one for you, but only briefly. That's long enough. You'll still need to purchase one. They're not mine. I'm just promoting the volume here. I mean, they're mine, but not mine. So, yes. Yeah, this is an exciting shipment for me. I didn't think I'd ever see a stack of sealed Tricks of My Trade books, but can't say that anymore. All right, what else is happening here? I had a couple other questions come in from the interwebs. I'll answer. Adonis had one. He's here today. Adonis wanted to know, what is the most obscure prop in the shop? I had this on the desk for a qualifier, but I don't think this is the most obscure one. These are hard to find these days, the rabbit. This is actually a latex rabbit, so it's a production item that you can pack small, fit it in a pocket or in a squared circle or something like that, and then rabbit out of a hat. And this is actually the smaller version. We have a large one. But that's not the most obscure item. And speaking of things that are weird production items, we do have other interesting rubber products. This is not obscure, but this is a cool one. This is the rubber skull. Captain Frodo Santini, no less, was in here buying one of these last week. It's always a joy to see Las Vegas professionals in the shop. Who we have here the other day with Frodo? Nick DeFott was back. We love Nick. John Lovick was in the store, author of Switch and the Steve Mayhew book, which I love, What Women Want. That's the name of the book. John's published quite a few books over the years, and he's a consultant to Penn and Teller. It was great to see him in the shop, and he spent a few bucks. So, John, thanks for supporting our brick and mortar. But that's not the most obscure prop either. This might qualify. This is the rubber eggplant. So I'm going to pose a question to you. You're asking me anything, I'm going to ask you anything, and whether you watch it now or if you're watching this video later, you can comment in the comments below. What do you do with a rubber eggplant? I mean, sure, we got rubber corn. That could be corny. I understand that. We have rubber pie. That's yummy. I can see rubber pie, and our rubber light bulb is great as well. What in the... I can think of an R-rated joke you might want to do with this, but YouTube probably wouldn't like that. So but that is not the most obscure prop in the shop. Let me see if I can be a little discreet about it. Am I sneaky enough? If I had 10 minutes extra, I would have shoved this in, I don't know, probably make a nice production item for like a mirror box or something. But the most obscure item, I think, is in my pants or my lap. When the first day I walked in the shop, I said, what is this thing? And here we have the giant production fish. That's right. Now that's a keeper. Got her upside down. So this is in my opinion the most obscure prop in the shop. It's the giant production fish. This bad boy is about 5 feet big and voluminous after being produced. It's not a flat production. It's a girthy production, and it all packs down like, I don't know, flat. So in my opinion, that's the most obscure item, but beauty is in the eye of the beholder. I would suggest the best thing you could do, but it is, right? The best thing you could do is visit 2510 E.Sunset Road, poke your nose around the shop, and then, you tell me what is the most obscure item in the shop. All right, Jeff's working the eggplant. You do it with the egg bag. So while you're producing eggs, you produce the eggplant. All right. I don't hate it. Probably better than some of the R-rated uses I had going for it. Oh, you're testing my knowledge here. Illusionist Stay wants to know if we have phantom coins or phantom chips. So you know what I'm going to do here is give you a live look as I'm looking. I'm not sure of that trick by that name, but if you go over here to TrickSupply.com, am I sharing the screen? Boink. Well, we'll go phantom. Yeah, chips, phantom. Let's go phantom chip and hit that search bar and see what comes up. Or phantom coins. Nothing found. Oh, look what we found though. Tricks of My Trade is on the site. Here it is, out of print. That's fact. The Magic of Doug Conn. And guess what? This is, I would imagine, the only place that you can get it signed. So leave a note in your order and I'll put my John Hancock on it for you. And that will probably make it worth at least $98. All right, let's try phantom coins. And if you look under the new stuff, the book should be there. Tango, phantom coins, and gimmick. What is this, the trick you speak of? And if it is, it does appear we have it in stock ready for you here today. It appears to be penetration of coins. Maybe we can take a brief look. We'll skip around a little bit. Trailers these days take 24 minutes to the effect. This appears to be a version of Mike Amar's Coins Through Silk, which is an amazing effect. Scott Link knows what's up. Get them while they're good. We don't have 100 of them. We have like a dozen. Thank you, Scott. Surprising that this routine is on this series, and I'm expecting that there's some interesting finish to the end of this effect that sets it apart from Mike Amar's standard routine. You'll find this book in Mike's work. I think he published it in the Magic of Mike Amar, or maybe it's in one of the Encore books. So yeah, here it is. Penetration of the dollar with a pen. Why not? Yeah, think about linking ropes. Let me peek into that while we're watching this. All right, so voila. Come on, man, get it through that thing. All right, we got there. So now we know what I know about if we have phantom coins or not. That's what I know. We have that one. You might want to dig around the website for things along similar names. And I also took a peek at linking ropes. I saw a few offerings up there. It seems like a couple of them are on the wait list, but it also seems like something we should definitely have. So I'm going to say definitely maybe to that one. And you are welcome. Unsolicited testimonial from the skull. Yeah, I like the skull too. This thing is a beast. Woof. That's a They ship with talc. Did you see the talc? When you receive a rubber skull, you get a care and feeding manuscript that suggests if you use, I guess, talc, is it baby powder, that kind of stuff, it keeps these things fresh. And it smells like baby soft. So that's a win. All right. Well, I'm fielding any other questions. I know, right? It's like we were getting that lo-fi elevator jam for that smooth coin penetration. My name's Doug Conn. I'll be bringing you all the magic lo-fi live from Las Vegas. Thanks for tuning in. Yes, Gary, unfortunately, my powers have not yet evolved to where I can phase through solid. So we will be removing the cellophane. Or if you'd like, I'll sign the cellophane. We could do that too. I'm here for you, however you would like it to go down. And then maybe if you're here for Magic Live, we'll have a few copies left. I know a lot of you yahoos will be making the pilgrimage to Las Vegas in August to see all the things that are on display. Trick Supply will have a huge booth there. I'll be there with them. We will be there, and hope to have a few copies there for any kindred spirits that want to pick one up. Also happy to welcome any Jeff McBride students this weekend who might be in town for Jeff's summer session. I know Craig Campbell said he's going to pop by today and say hello. So we're looking forward to seeing Craig and all the fellas that are in for the McBride Mystery School. While we're talking about McBride, congratulations to Will Bradshaw and Jeff McBride as well, who really started the whole Wonderground experience. And y'all have heard me tell you this show's great before. It was voted the best magic show for magicians in Las Vegas. Las Vegas has the What's Happening Awards, I think is the name of it, or Live from Las Vegas. They got the award, Best Magic Show for Magicians. I would agree with that. Of all the magic events that I've attended as a magician, I had the most fun at Wonderground. It's like a big magic party for all of us magic nerds. So if you're lucky enough to go to that when you're visiting Las Vegas, you'll be happy that you did. Jim wants to know if the Savant deck is there yet. It's not here yet, and maybe it will be in this weekend or maybe today. We do tend to get the new stuff from the Murphy's line. I haven't seen it yet, but also note that the Trick Supply universe has some crazy side projects going on right now where we might not be devoted our energies to the latest, greatest thing, and more things like, holy cow, the customer service in this shop is amazing. Yes, we have it. I told you it might be in today. The Savant deck is here. This is Craig Petty's newest. I believe it's a co-release with Barnes. I should know Lloyd Barnes' name by now. Jeez, Doug. The brain juice is running out of space to keep all the information in. Wow, man, what packet trick would I recommend? Would take an entire live stream. Off the top of my head, the top shelf stuff, I hope you do Color Monty, and Eye Exam is a great one. And you know, my all-time favorite one is Jim. Is it who did the rehandling? Here's a great version of it. Brent Braun's Definitely Not Marked, a version of backflipped. Yeah, well, the packet trick special is inevitable. Have I not done one of those? Anyone that's been around my tutorial for a while, my tutorials on YouTube, Marked is a great one for shizzle. We'll consider next Friday to be the packet trick jam. This was impressive, right? I did see this advertised earlier this week, but I've been so busy filming magic tutorials. I've put like almost a dozen magic tutorials in the can this week. We're busy in the back rooms filming lessons for the noobs, some of the basic tricks. Well, there's a good suggestion. We have this one too. NFW. Banger. That's a great one. Good choice, Jim. Did I do one with the packet tricks? See, I'm running out of brain juice. All right, y'all. I'm going to cut this off in about 2 minutes. If you have anything you need to know, we are doing AMA. This is your countdown to get it in before I go back to editing. Today I'm editing. I got the nickels and dimes video. 4 different applications from this Gandalf of beginner's magic. I'll hook you up when you buy tricks from me. Penetrations, transformations, transitions, vanishes, the nickels and dimes. What a great classic trick. I did a tutorial and a performance for the Chinese sticks. You'll see that on short form video probably today or tomorrow. That's a great classic, the Chinese sticks. You know, a good sucker trick is a wonderful effect to put in the middle of any act. Lead your audience down the garden path, turn the sprinklers on. We have a great set of Chinese sticks. I flashed them here before. I think it's a German-made model. Nice long red sticks. Let me know if you need some good Chinese sticks. I'll hook you up there too. So anyway, yeah, that's what I'm doing after here, barring customers walking in that door, and they normally do on Friday. Hey, Jim, maybe you'll forgive me for not ordering ambigram and come get that Savant deck, and I'll see you later. Oh, next is the Friday, July 4th. You know what? I'll be here. Okay, no, there'll be a show. Maybe not. Maybe we'll do a Saturday special. Let me reconsider and stay tuned to all the social media for the latest happenings on July 4th. I truthfully didn't even realize it was July 4th next Friday. Maybe I'll be here. Maybe I won't. Tune in and find out. And if you follow at TrickSupply, I told you earlier, I'm going to tell you again, social media, you can find us on Instagram. You can find us on TikTok. You can shop on TikTok now. You found us on YouTube, and we're Facebook as well. That's where I post all the deets, all the cool stuff I see across my desk, when the lives are going to be, and occasionally a short form video or 3 a week. So that's where to find me. And I think that's like all that everyone needs to know today. Time for me to make the donuts. Thanks for warming me up for the day. It's always a pleasure to jump on, share some energy with the kindred spirits. Gonna get moving in the brick and mortar, and I will catch you guys next Friday or Saturday. We'll find out soon. Thanks again, y'all, and ciao.